I won't deny it, I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing to the G.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What up, what up, what up? Serial Assassin here. And it's a Monday morning, and I want to thank everybody for coming and clicking on my video. I appreciate it. My talk for today will be about my Philadelphia Eagles. And they had a really ugly game yesterday. They were playing the Cleveland Browns, and the Browns are sort of in a constant state of rebuilding, but they were starting a rookie quarterback, and they were going to lean on their defense heavily. And the Philadelphia, after the dream team last year, totally disappointed, are trying to come back this season. And it was a really ugly game. I was excited, but at the same time, after watching it, like it was frustrating. It was like playing Call of Duty on a two bar. It was just infuriating. Like sometimes it was really good, and sometimes, like most of the time, it was really bad. So Michael Vick did what Michael Vick always does, and that is, run around and make mistakes. And at times he is brilliant, but the majority of the time he is just an average quarterback. He seems to me a lot like Donovan McNabb was, where he got the skills, he's got the arm, he doesn't quite have the accuracy all the time, and he tries to force things sometimes. So I mean, there were several plays that were intercepted because of tips, but he was trying to force the ball into double or triple coverage. He was trying to thread a needle, but it just wasn't working. And much credit to the Browns defense. The Browns defense definitely stepped up and did a great job. Their quarterback struggled heavily. But again, this game came down to the Eagles beating themselves. They had four interceptions and they lost a fumble, and they had a ton of turnovers, or not turnovers, a ton of penalties that just killed them. But all in all, like the Eagles, they almost beat themselves. The Browns did a really good job on defense, like I said, but their offense wasn't there. Richardson, their rookie running back, who was an absolute beast in college, he didn't do too hot. I think he averaged like 2 yards per carry. It wasn't that great. Yeah, 2.1 yards per carry. His longest carry for 9 yards. And McCoy was just absolutely phenomenal, as he always is. But I mean, to me, the Eagles just the problems continue under Andy Reid. I mean, they pass 65% of the time, and I understand that a lot of those passes are like extended handoffs, real short, quick screens or whatnot. But they need to. They have a great running back in McCoy, and this secondary guy Brown. He seems pretty good too. So utilize the running game. Use the run game to set up that play action and set it all up. And Andy Reid just doesn't seem to get that concept. And the defense, they did really well yesterday for the Eagles as well. But I mean, all in all, they need more balance between passing and rushing, because Michael Vick is about as fragile as a glass toothpick. I mean, come on, the man, 20% of his season has been spent on the sidelines. I mean, for a starting quarterback, that's just not cool. So, but anyway, that's just a quick recap on the game. My thoughts. What do I think the Eagles are going to do this year? I don't know. It depends. I mean, if they bounce back and they get everything under control, and Vic stops making mistakes, which we know he's probably not going to do, and Andy Reid changes his philosophy on the pass run game, which we know he's not going to do, they'll probably have another mediocre season. 9-7. Maybe 8-8. Best case scenario, 10-6. But I don't think they're going to be able to do much. Which is sad to say. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. I bleed green, and this was very disappointing. So, yeah, my Eagles. They almost beat themselves yesterday, and it was just the final drive when they were rushing down the field. Like I'm just waiting for another mistake. I'm waiting for Vic to throw another stupid interception, or try to force something that gets tipped and then picked off again, or just something dumb, and it just didn't happen. Harper actually ended up getting a 4-yard touchdown to clinch the victory, which was great. And a win is a win is a win. Doesn't matter how pretty. But when your starting quarterback's throwing the ball 56 times, and he's completing just barely over half of those completions, like there's a problem. So hopefully Andy Reid gets his shit together and starts utilizing the strong run game we have. But at the same time, I know it's not going to happen. I'm sure Vick's going to miss at least 2 or 3 games this season because he's getting hit. Even though he has a really cool Kevlar vest, which is awesome, but we'll see what happens. So I'm a little optimistic about the season, but at the same time, I'm being realistic about it as well. So hopefully this was just a bad game and we'll bounce back, but we'll see. So I'm sorry if I bored anybody else with this American football talk. I do appreciate you listening, but yeah, my Eagles had to throw a column together for them, and I'm gonna try to do this every week, and hopefully it's not too boring. But I want to thank you all again for listening, and it was good to see Peyton Manning last night too. Colts let him go. He's in Denver. He overcame his injury and he did pretty decent last night. They still lost, but it is what it is. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you listening. Thank you again, and I hope you all have a great day. Love you. See ya. Peace.